So now that we know how to simplify surds, we're going to be looking at multiplying and dividing surds. So starting off with the multiplication rule, and it's quite a simple rule. If we have two things that you want to multiply, essentially you can just write down one square root symbol, and then the a's and the b's, you'll multiply them together and you just write it down inside that surd. Likewise with division, it's almost very similar, that if you want to go ahead and divide two surds, it's the same thing as writing one whole surd with the division of that a and b on the inside. So quite a simple rule. We've seen this before. Let's move on to example 13 to see these applications. So let's zoom in. So question 13a. What are we looking at? So we're looking at, for part A, we've got root 12 multiplied by root 3. So that just means that we're looking at the product of 12 and 3. And we can write that down underneath one square root. So that will be 36. Root 36 simplifies to 6 because 36 is our square number. So that works nice and neat. All right. Part B. We've got a 5 root 3 that we're multiplying that by a 2 root 7. So the first minor difference here between part B and part A is we've got numbers on the outside. So if we have numbers on the outside, multiply the numbers first on the outside. So 5 lots of 2 is 10, square root, 3 lots of 7 is 21. Okay, now sometimes you might want to pause here just to double check whether or not root 21 can simplify. So like in the previous video, you should be thinking about two numbers that will multiply to give you 21. First one's going to be a square number. I can't think of any combinations. That just means we can't simplify that, right? But always double check to see if you can simplify. But for this particular one, not possible. So moving on to part C. So for part C, we've got brackets -7 root 2 all squared. So now we're going to be using sort of some of our index laws that we saw earlier in this playlist. So we've got effectively two things inside the square. So we've got two things inside the brackets that we want to go ahead and square. So that means we have to square each of those things inside the brackets individually. So -7 all squared will be 49. Root 2 squared will be 2, and 49 lots of 2 will give us 98 as an answer. All right, so just be careful. Each individual thing inside that bracket needs to be squared, and then we've got the 49 times the 2 to give us the 98. All right, part D, root 10 times root 6 divided by root 15. So now we've got a couple of operations in that same line. So let's go equals, and we do the same thing, right? So root 10 times root 6 can be thought of as root 60. And division, root 60 divided by root 15 is the same thing as saying 60 divided by 15. That will give us a 4. Now root 4 simplifies to 2. So that just means all of that calculation turns out to be 2. Hey everybody, if this video helped you, make sure you subscribe to the channel. It supports the channel and helps me keep making more free content for you. I'll see you guys next time.